Mark, how's the week been without a game last weekend to keep the players occupied?
Yeah, pleased with the rest. They had a bit of rest this week, over the weekend and early part of the week, so they're ready to go. Looking forward to Saturday.
And I'd imagine chomping at the bit, because what players like doing most of all they're supposed to is playing, isn't it?
Yeah, but we go into another week now with 3 games. Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. So it's another full-on week, which we have to be ready to commit to and really attack it.
How's James Montgomery progressing after his facial injury?
He's now ugly, officially, the boys say. So yeah, it is what it is. It wasn't a nice challenge, and it's going to take some recovering, but he's fine. He's superficial. So just getting his confidence back and getting him back out there.
And when might that be? The physical rather than obviously the mental, which is a separate issue.
He's done a little bit of training already, but be a couple of weeks before he's ready to put his gloves back on, I think.
And talking of being in training, is Dale Grubb back in training yet?
Next week.
Everyone else okay?
Yes.
Notts County, potentially very difficult game because of where they are. They'll be scrapping for absolutely everything, and they showed last week against Lincoln that they can upset the odds.
Yeah, they've got, when you look at their team that played on Saturday against Lincoln, they've got a little bit of everything. They've got some good experience with good characters in there. John Stead, brilliant professional. Craig McHale-Smith, Michael Doyle, outstanding player in the last few years and got promotions out of this league for fun. And great competitor, Jim O'Brien. So they've got a lot of good characters in there with some good young legs and 2 exciting wide players. So it's a game that we're looking forward to. We fully respect their threats, but we have to do what we do, and if we play well, like I always say, we have a chance to win. It's
a club that can, well obviously, but can turn around, I suppose, in both directions very, very quickly, isn't it? Has their season surprised you?
Yes, I think at the start of the season they're people's favourites because of the money they were reportedly spending on wages, and the chairman was bringing these players in on big wages and transfer fees that you'd have to expect them to be up and around it. But it just shows you that money doesn't guarantee you everything. So it's been disappointing for them. So it's a really big club at this level, and they'll be really hoping that they can get enough points to stay in the league.
Conditions obviously around this time of year very difficult to contend with. How have you got to adapt your game, if at all, to that?
Yeah, we've got to do whatever it takes. I mean, our pitch is not in good shape at all, and we're going to have to adapt a little bit to the conditions. And but that's what it is. It's winter, and we have to adapt to that and do whatever we need to do to win a game.
And presumably the first thing is you've got to battle, haven't you? You've got to win the ball, and you've got to be able to, I suppose, make good decisions.
Yeah, you've got to win your personal battles, and you've got to do all of that. You've got to do all of that. You've got to fight, scrap, but you still got to be able to be calm and get the ball down when the chance arises.
The reserves had a game and a win on Tuesday. How pleasing was that? I mean, Sean McCallsky, a hat-trick, sort of steals the headlines, doesn't he?
Yeah. The players in the first or the squad players and that did well, that needed the game time, and it's exactly what those games are for, to keep them topped up, and Sean looked really sharp and got himself 3 goals, so it'll give his confidence a boost for sure.
And Junior Mondale a hand in all 3 as well, so that must just be very pleasing that there's signs of a link up there.
It is. We've got 5 good forwards, and they've got to all make sure they're ready to contribute, whether they're coming off the bench or whether they're starting or whether they're backing up. They've got to make sure they contribute, and if they are coming off the bench, they've got to make sure that they make an impression on the game that makes me think about putting them in from the start. Ruben Reid did that in the last game. He came off the bench, scored a goal, could have won the game as well with a great chance. So you need that so that they're always at the front of your mind.
And how's Ben Liddell settling in?
Good. He's I've known him for a long time. His dad worked with me at Darlington, and he's very aggressive in terms of his plays. He's on the front foot. He likes to get about the pitch. He likes to take contact. He he's a good footballer. Middlesbrough have got a really good academy and produce really good players, so he'll definitely give us a bit of something.
And you've benefited from that Middlesbrough link. Are the lads in the dressing room teaching everyone else how to speak smoggy?
Yeah, they're on about Palmos as well. Anyone who knows from Middlesbrough knows what that is. They're all about getting a people carrier to get plenty of lifts up and down to Middlesbrough. But no, it's a good academy, and we've done well tapping into that junior Mondale, Nathan McGinley, so and now Ben. So good players.